Hey, you guys, happy Thanksgiving week. I wanted to tell you something. This candle right here, you can make it. One, it's the world's easiest candle. Two, I believe it's the most budget-friendly candle in the entire living universe. I have never in my born days, do you know what born days are? I have never in my born days heard of such a thing as this candle. It's scentless, so you don't have to worry if you're allergic to scents and they give you migraines and stuff. You don't have to worry about that. It creates a really neat ambiance when you decorate it up like I have. And let's see, one other thing I should tell you about. Oh yeah, the candle this size right here, I think it's about 16 ounces of wax, burns for 16, not minutes, not hours, 16 days. 16 days! Have you ever heard of this? Okay, so now I'm going to show you what it is. I never heard of this. Never heard of it. I just cut a piece of wrapping paper to size and put a little piece of Scotch tape on it. You guys, it's Crisco. Crisco! Can you believe this? So supposedly this little can burns for 16 days. And this big can right here burns for 72 days. If you burn these 8 hours a day, 16 days and 72 days. Now, to be right straight up and honest with you, I haven't tried it because I haven't known about it for 72 days. But these have burned for hours and hours and hours. And they burn clean. They don't make smoke. They don't make soot. I'm sold. Because, you know, for one thing, I love candles. I love the ambiance they create in my home and in my shop, my workspace. I am very particular about the scent. Scents do bother me. And I can get really bad headaches from the scent. But I thought that you would love to know about this in the case of an emergency, like if the electricity goes out. Obviously in the daytime you don't have to worry about it. But at night, if this just burns for 8 hours for 16 days, this one little can is less than $3 at Walmart. I mean, when I found out about this, I pranced myself right in there and bought 2 cans. This can size and the bigger can size. Now, here's how you make it into a candle. I'm going to wrap this back around and set it back up on its little pedestal. Okay, so here's how you turn it into a candle. For the small can, you'll need a birthday cake candle. And if you go in Dollar Tree, they have a bazillion different kinds of birthday cake candles in a package for $1, obviously. And I liked these because it had white. And I wanted my candle to be all white when I looked in at the Crisco wax. In a bind, it would not matter. Stick any kind of candle down in there. So I just stuck, I put it up against here and cut it off with a pair of scissors to the size that I needed, and just crammed it right down in the middle of the Crisco. Then on this bigger can here, I used a regular taper candle like you would use on your dining table or something like that. Just a regular taper candle. And stay on there, paper. The paper is coming off and I don't want to chance a fire. So on the taper candle, once again, you just get the length that you need, mark it, and cut it with scissors or a kitchen knife. Push it right down in the middle. Now, you know how sometimes you're burning candles and the wick gets down to the level of the wax and your candle's ruined. It just won't burn. I did have that happen to one of these. I think it may have been the smaller can. And all I did was just pulled the little birthday cake candle straight out and stuck a brand new one right down in there and lit it, and off it went. No waste. And my candle was perfectly good to use again. So I've enjoyed these so much. It gets dark so early now, and when I'm in here working late, it's awesome to have. It does not smell like fried food. In my shop with all my formal wear, fried food smell would not go over. It burns clean as far as I can tell. Now, in an emergency, if you honestly needed light, would you care if it smelled like fried food? I wouldn't. I'd be like, give me some light. The other thing I wanted to tell you real quick is I keep the lids, and I actually store the lids, you know, the Crisco can lid. I actually store it under the bottom of the can. It just snaps right on there like it does the top. But I took it off so I could show you. And the reason that I keep them and don't throw them away is because I'm probably not going to have these setting out nonstop constantly. I'll set them in the pantry or back on my storage shelf. And I want to be able to put the lid on and cover it so dust or little pieces of lint or something doesn't get in there and make the Crisco googie. Googie's a word, right? I think it is. So, you guys, budget friendly, scentless, creates ambiance. It has amazing decorative possibilities. And I want to know if you've ever heard of this. So, if you watched the video about the Tootsie Roll Pop, like I said, that Tootsie Roll Pop grew up and took a life of its own. I guess he got his own career. But the stories that are coming back to me about unexpected joys and unexpected things in uncommon places or ordinary places are just amazing. Sometimes I'm out of words. Sometimes it's just things you have to hold in your heart and think about and ponder. But this week of Thanksgiving, I don't want to be so caught up in the ordinary. I don't want to be so caught up in the tradition. This is how we've always done it. We have to have this specific food or it's not Thanksgiving. I don't want to get caught up in that. I want to live where I'm expecting extraordinary in the ordinary places of my traditional Thanksgiving life. So, because I'm decorating with this wrapping paper, I made a little tent card, and I used a piece of scrap cardstock and taped on there, but I wrote this on the little piece of cardstock: have eyes to see the extraordinary. I want the eyes of my heart to be open to see all the amazing and extraordinary and miraculous things that God is doing on the ordinary and traditional days. When I'm focused on making the budget stretch, or I'm focused on getting my schedule done, or I'm focused on checking on my to-do list, or I'm focused on taking care of a client, all the things that can consume your focus, consume my focus. I want reminders to change my perspective. Oh yeah, there's extraordinary things going on here. There are extraordinary things happening. So I made this for my little shop. And I'm going to make several of them to sit around in our home so that this week as our family's there, they can see those reminders of the extraordinary, amazing blessings that are happening on an ordinary or traditional day. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Keep your stories coming. I'll keep sharing them. And if I don't get back on here before Thanksgiving, but I do have a really good idea, so I might. But I don't know. But anyway, have a happy Thanksgiving. And please tell me in the comments if you've ever heard about this candle, the world's most budget-friendly, scentless, just all amazing candle. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.